What's going on, you beautiful clashers? Clashing with Bear here with another Clash of Clans video, and in this video I'll be showing you guys some of my biggest tips on pushing as a Town Hall 8 and a Town Hall 9. Now, a huge shout out to Nick who recommended this and requested a video full of helpful tips and how I did it as a Town Hall 8. I attempted to get to Titans twice, and I got there both times using some of these big tips. Now, the first thing I would recommend is this is one of the smaller things. You probably already do it, but if not, I definitely recommend. And that is when you're searching through bases, don't have it at this, I don't know, screen resolution. You want to be like this. That way, if you miss the town or like miss the skip button, you're not going to be placing troops on the side. And that has happened a few times. Ever since I started doing that, I haven't placed a troop on the side, and that is going to be awful if you place a troop on the side. That's going to cost you a loss and a lot of time on your shield gone. So just zoom in all the way on your screen, and that will prevent a pretty good amount of misclicks, shall I say, for any town hall. Actually, that works for any town hall. Just zoom in. If you don't want to attack a base and you accidentally place an archer, there is nothing worse than that. Now, the next thing is patience. You have to be patient, and people probably say this, like, if you're looking at a guy that's pushed high on global or something, you're like, how'd you do it? And he's like, patience. You're like, well, that's not really helping me. Actually, that is pretty much all pushing is patience, because you're going to lose, you're going to win a lot, but you're going to be at a slow pace pushing, and you can't expect to push to a certain league in a certain time. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of losses and a lot of wins. So you just have to acknowledge that it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a mental ride up and down, and that's okay. It takes a little bit, but when you hit your goal, there's nothing more rewarding than knowing that you overcame and you got what you wanted to. So that is another thing, is patience. Also, patience on attacking is key. If you're attacking a donut base, you have to be extremely patient on your troop funnel. If you aren't patient, you're going to either get a 1-star or a loss. There's no way that you're going to get a 2-star unless you 3-star him. That's the only way you get a 2-star, is if you go all the way around the donut and then you come back in, and that again is very, very rare. You need some really good golems and some smart golems to get that kind of success. So, first thing is zoom in all the way when you're going through bases, and that is big. The next thing is patience for attacking and patience for looking for bases. Don't attack a base if you don't think you can beat it. And yeah, those are some big tips. And as you can see here, this attack that I just showed you guys, before that base was 1 for 8 trophies. And I was about to take it, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna just attack this base because it has a decent amount. I'm gonna keep going, and sure enough, I find a whale, or in my opinion, a whale. Anything above 15 trophy gain is a whale because it is a slow grind. But the next thing I want to say is loot and trophy income. You don't want to be spending a bunch of loot and a lower league, or not enough loot to get a win. So for that, I designed you guys something called BPP. I almost forgot the name. Bear's Pushing Plan. And Bear's Pushing Plan will help you guys push from Gold 2 to Legends. Now, the Legends one isn't perfect, so I would recommend you guys look up armies to get to Legends, but guaranteed Titans 2, if you're willing to put in the time and attack correctly and all that stuff, there is no way that you won't make it. So I definitely recommend you guys check that out. That army has gotten a few guys to Titans and a few guys to Champions, just helping them keep their loot balanced. And I will put that army composition in the description. I was going to say comments, but that would be a long comment. So I'll put it in the description, and you guys can check it out. You can copy it for whatever league you're in, or if you're in a lower league but you don't really care about loot, or you have an unlimited amount of gems, you can just skip to the last army, which is made for I think Titans 1 or Champions 1, or Titans 3 or Champions 1, and that will be the attack that got me to Champions both times, and then the one that got me to Titans both times, I believe. So that army has worked for me countless amounts of times, and it also got me to Titans 2 as a Town Hall 8. So both armies in there are usable for Town Hall 8s and Town Hall 9. So if you guys are at Town Hall 9, you can just add, I think, a Valkyrie and a few wizards, and that should do the trick. And I would definitely recommend Town Hall 9 to use this strategy I'm using right here. This works wonders, but you have to be patient. Again, going back to the fundamentals, you have to be patient in your attack, as you can see, just to get that final push on the Town Hall. And that will get me the 2-star right there. So the first thing is zooming in all the way so you don't place troops. Second thing is patience for attacking and looking for bases. The next thing is using the right armies for the right leagues. And one of my next biggest tips is practicing on certain bases. If there's a base that you're not feeling too good about, either attack the base the opposite from what you did the first time and made you lose. Don't attack the base the same way if it doesn't work. It won't work twice. It won't work if you just keep throwing the same army at the same angle. Everything, you just try different angles, or watch some of my videos in the past. If you're struggling on a base, I might have attacked it and showed you the correct way or a way that works for me in one of my replays. So, or if you guys want a base attacking tutorial, I will find a base that you guys request, and I will show you how to properly attack it for Town Hall 8 or a Town Hall 9, whatever you guys want. So if you're struggling on a base, just put it in the comment section, and I will find that base, and I will personally attack it for you guys. And yes. So that is most of my tips. As you can see, I am at 3,911, and I'm keeping at it. So you just got to keep at it and never give up, and you have to fail to win. So if you lose an attack, you learn something. You don't attack that base that way, and that will help you later on in your push, believe it or not, because you'll find that base again. Pushing has about 5 bases you need to learn how to attack, and when you figure out how to attack them, it's game over, because you can attack every single base. And then you find a weird base, you just have to kind of figure it out, because at that point you'll really know how to use your army to its fullness, I guess. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully this was informative. If so, hit the like button. I would really appreciate the support. And hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And comment down below any bases that you're struggling on. I would be happy to show you guys a replay, or just kind of tell you how I beat the base as a Town Hall 8 or 9, whatever you guys are. But that's going to do it. Hopefully you enjoy. Clash on.